My name is Chukwuemeka Ford Icon. We shall be discussing importance of law in society. As a law student, as someone who is aspiring to be a lawyer or potential lawyer, the first thing you'll be taught in your legal method is importance of law in society, which is what we are discussing today. Now, one importance of law in society is to keep peace and orderliness. What do you mean by peace and orderliness? Without peace, without law, you cannot live in peace. You cannot live in orderliness. Some people are greedy. Some people are ready to swallow others. Without law, it will be like our society will be like anarchy, state of lawlessness. The big fish will swallow the small fish, like rivers, oceans, where big fish swallows the small one. That's what it will have been in society. Some people are wicked naturally, but they will keep pretending. That's what law does for you. If you don't know, after listening to this my YouTube channel, you should know that law is very important. It is sine qua non, something you cannot do without. It is per vital. It is very important. Something that I cannot do without. That's what law is all about. You know, people don't even know the importance of law. They only hear law. Some of them even hate lawyers, but don't know the importance. Today we are discussing the importance of law. That's why I mentioned the word peace and orderliness. Law makes people to be peaceful. The society makes the society to be peaceful, and they keep orderliness. Make everywhere to be in order. That's what you know. Do you know one of in my next video we shall be discussing why the people obey the law. And now we see the reasons people obey the law. Some people obey the law just because of the sanction. Some people obey the law naturally. Some people obey the law because of many reasons. But they feel like it is good, depending the reason of the person. But some people, wicked ones obey the law because of the sanction. When they remember you go to prison, you'll be dealt with, you'll be arrested. They obey the law. That is what wicked ones do. What evil men in society. Another thing again the law does is for we are being ushered into the next topic, which is protecting. Law protects people from evil ones. We have some evil ones in society. They are only interested in their personal interests, their pockets. They want to swallow everything. They want to embezzle the whole world for their selfish interests. Now, what is happening I have said is that the wrongs are the rights. The rights are the wrongs. That's the reason why before you criticize or before you talk, be very careful. Look very well. Search very well. Check what is happening. Is that person the right person? They lie so much. Lies everywhere. So you need to be very careful before you criticize. Evil ones everywhere. They are ready to kill. They are ready to swallow and pretend and claim. Some of them are even studying law now, so they will know the law. They will know how to defend themselves. There was a discussion that I raised that I was a law student in a I think African Law Student Association. I told them that a criminal and evil one study the law to do what? To legalize himself, so he knows how to act. He knows disadvantage and advantage, and he knows how to handle it. That is their aim of studying law. I personally studied law. I, Ofo Oluchukwuemeka, studied law to know my rights, to fight human rights. I'm a human rights activist. Yes, I did not just study law because others are studying law, but I have come to realize that societies are almost like ocean, river, though they pretend. So I studied the law for me to know my rights and for me to fight for other people's rights. So this topic is now ushering on to the next topic, which is the aim of, or the one of the importance of the law is law protect the human rights. What are the human rights? Human rights are those rights that is enshrined or you are given as a human being. Once those rights are removed or violated, you are being treated like an inhuman, as an animal, as an inanimate object. So what am I saying? I'm saying in fact that law protects human rights. I shall state herein some of the human rights, which is right to life, right from discrimination, right to own movable and immovable properties, right of fair hearing, right to be heard, etc. All these things are rights that law are protecting. Law protects many other rights. Then we're now going to the next topic, which means law protects civil and political engagement. It is law that tells them, do not do this, do this. Some people are eager. They are ready to swallow others because of their political interests. Because they are ready to become governor. They are ready to become president. They are ready to swallow others. This is one of the things Lord does. Once they remember, hey, if you kill this person, you go to jail. Death to death, life to life. Once they remember that, they will be restricted for doing certain things. That is the importance of law. In case if you're one of people that say that lawyers are this, lawyers are that, the other one and the other one, at least after listening to this my YouTube channel, you'll be educated. You will know the importance of law. What law is talking about, what law does in our society. There's a lot of things. Law does what is called equity. Equity means equality. Equity means justice. Law does equity to the three arms of government. Who are the three arms of government? Judiciary, executive, and legislation. So these three people are what makes up the government. When you talk about executive, it means governors, presidents, people who are the head of government. President, chairman, and governors. You talk about judiciary. Judiciary are courts. That's what law does. Court, judiciary are courts. Those courts we are going, those lawyers, all those people are under judiciary. They talk about legislation, people who make the law. It is law that makes it to be equitable. What do you mean by being equitable? Doing justice to them, as in them respecting each other. You know that in these three arms of government, they monitor each other. No one is above any of them. This one checkmate this one. This one checkmate this one. That's what is called balancing of the power. Division of labor. The powers are being divided into three. Among those three that are divided, then they are these three people that I just mentioned, or these arms of government I just mentioned: legislation, executive, and judiciary. They monitor each other to make sure that everything is equitable and there is justice. Law is one that does what? Enacted. It is law. It is a bill that was enacted for it to become law. That is monitoring those people, and the law is one that tells them what to do. That is one of the importance of law. If you don't know, that's one of the importance of law. If you don't know, so note this is one of the importance of law. If you think they just start trying to maintain order, trying to enact law, there are things that has been done, which is law that has been enacted. Law tells them what to do, how to do it, where to do it, and how it is done. That is law. Okay, let's go to this one ushers us to the next topic, which law makes even hospital to treat you well. That's what is called law of negligence. Law of negligence teaches us or tells us how to treat others, how to monitor others, how to do things with others. For instance, if a doctor treats you and he doesn't treat you well, he can sue the doctor for negligence. That is what is called law of negligence. Neglecting you, doing the wrong thing, he didn't do his work with carefulness. That is law. So once a doctor is treating you, you should remember, you always remember that law will sanction if he didn't do it well. That is the importance of law. Some of them who are doing it are not doing it because they like it. They are doing it because of the law. That is the importance of law. Law makes the hospital to treat you well. If you don't know, note it today. After listening to my YouTube channel, you'll be acquitted. You know what law is all about, especially this particular topic I'm talking about. So let's move to the next topic: striving justice. When we talk about striving justice, we'll talk about the law courts. Law court try to strive justice. It is law that has been enacted that tells them what to do and how to strive the justice. When you talk about striving justice, we're talking an act of justifying the issues, making issues to be equitable, making issues to be fair. Then let's move to the other one. Law is one that makes society that authorize the court to do what is called fair hearing. What is fair hearing? Fair hearing is that once you commit to offense, you can be able to be heard. They will listen to you. It is law that enacted it. That is natural justice. Yes, that is the importance of law. Had it been not law, after committing offense, or even when someone will just presume or just allege that you've committed an offense, you will be prosecuted without hearing you. But law states that that person must be heard. That is the law. It is the importance of law that makes it possible. Yes. This moves us to the next topic, which I'll be discussing about government. Even law makes government or tells government what to do. There's a law that has been enacted that tells government what to do. For instance, let's use example. Let's use executive as an example. Executive acts within the purview of law. It cannot act out of law. It cannot act what is called ultra vires, which means beyond his power. You must act within the power, which is intra vires. That is what the law says. It is law that makes them to act like that. It is the law that makes the policeman not to act anyhow, not to come and arrest and put some other things inside your pockets. Law forbids that. That's one of the importance of law. If you're not people who always criticize lawyers and criticize law, that is the importance of law. It is law that makes people not to come and kill you. Law protects lives. Yes, law protects life. People, it is law that makes people not to kill you. Your neighbors, your enemies, not to kill you. This is one of the importance of law in our society. It is law that protects your property. There is a law that has been enacted for property protection. That is the law. It is law that protects you from your landlord or landlady, whatever you call it, the right word to use is landlord. It is the law that protects you from that your landlord, from harming you. It is the law that protects you. It is the law that tells them not to harm. That's when we talk about criminal law and civil wrong, which is law of thought in law. It is law that does those things. It is law that equally tells us how to do agreements, how to do contracts. In law, it is called law of contracts. In law, they will tell that those elements of contract, are they there? It is law that states the elements of contract. Offer, acceptance, consideration must be furnished, legality, legal relationship, legal intention, no absence of coercion. It must not be by force. It is law that states all these things. So if you are doing any agreement or any contract, no, it is law that protects you. Law protects business. Law makes people not to say fake things to you. Law makes people to patronize you legally. It is law that enact those things. When I talk about enact, I mean making the law. It is law that does those things. What I'm saying, I'm very happy for discussing this very topic, especially most of you, some of you who are not legally minded, who always criticize the law. Law does this, law does the other one, law does it. We are here talking about the importance of law. Let's move to thought, law of thought. Law of thought teaches us what to do, how to do it. For instance, thought means civil wrong. Once someone does anything wrong, for instance now, someone writing bad about you, publishing it in the newspaper, it is law that stops people from writing bad about you. Some people want to write bad about you, so people will hate you. Law stops them. That's what we call slander. That's what we call libel in law. Slander is when someone uses his own mouth and do it with aid of third party, and maybe 2 or 3 people are there. You can sue the person. It is law that stops them from doing it, because there is an action for that. That's what is called libel and slander. Let's move to constitutional law. It is constitutional law. Law is one that made that constitutional law. Constitutional law are those rights that has been enacted and put in a particular document for us to obey. It is law that makes it possible. Let's move to human rights. It is law that makes us to have those human rights law. Those laws, both international and local one. It is law. Let's move to treaties. Treaties are those laws made in international level, or those agreements made in international level that guides countries and nations. It is law that makes it possible. Yes. Let's move to land law. This is law that makes those land law, makes those land acts in your state, in your country, to possible, so that someone cannot come and take your land. Some people are addicted. They come and take it. Some people are very greedy. They just come and take your land without you doing them anything. But law stops them from doing it. That is the law. Let's go to banking and insurance law. Bankers are criminals. I'm saying I have my evidences. Yes, it is law that makes them to stop them from stealing your money. It is law. Let's go to taxation. It is law that states the amount you pay in tax. If it's not law, anyone can come and tell you any amount you pay, you pay. That is law. Law stops them from doing it. Let's go to company law. Law tells you how to establish your company, what to do to company, how to establish company, the number of people that will establish company, how you run your company. It is law that makes it possible for you. And you are owning a company and you'll be criticizing the law. What I want to let you know today is that everything that has advantage has disadvantages. We have advantage and disadvantages. So maybe there's some other loopholes or lacunas hearing or daring. You now say that law is not. Law is very important. Law is very, very important. Law is over important. Despite that some laws benefits bourgeois. Yes. And yes, it does. I'm not saying it doesn't. It does. But that doesn't mean that the importance are even more. If you go to scale of preference, the importance are even higher than those lesser ones you see. I want to let you know that law is very important, very pivotal, very sine qua non, something that I cannot do without. Very vital. That is the law for you. So if one of people always criticize the law, after listening to this my very YouTube channel, you should know that law is very, very okay for you. If you want to know more, you can go and study law. This I'm saying, I think I have it in one of my books. And the name of the book is Legal Method, written by Charles Icon. You can see it on Amazon online sales. So that is part of it. Then another thing again, it is law that makes you to bring evidence. You provide evidence. If you're sure of that evidence, you provide those evidence before the law. It is law that makes those evidence, makes it possible. Environmental laws. You see some people even throwing waste bin upon there's law. Okay, imagine if there's no law. We are talking about environmental laws. Okay, well, let's just assume there's no law. Imagine what will happen. The worst will happen. Law restricts people from throwing those things, from even polluting the air, polluting the water, polluting the environment, because you have different types of pollution: air pollution, water pollution, land pollution. So depending on the one, people are even still polluting, let alone when there is no law. But if you are caught, you will be dealt with. That is the law. Law has, okay, even in family, conjugal rights. Let's come to family law. Conjugal rights. Law educates us in our conjugal rights. Conjugal right means right to have sex with your wife. Especially in Nigeria, let me use as a case study. Nigeria as a case study, you have the right to have sex with your wife at any time you want it, at any period you want it. It is your right. That is what is called conjugal right in family law. So law protects you from that. Law protects you from, you have a statutory right, your wife or your spouse not to marry another person. It cannot happen. That is the law. It is law that protects those things. Some people even like to marry 1 million wives. Law protects you from law protects from them not violating that right. That's your right. It is the importance of law. Then why do you criticize the law? It gives me concern. Okay, let's talk about commercial law. Commercial law tells you how to do your commercial transactions, how to transact with other people. That is the importance of law. It's one of the things law does to us, which people always come and they will just cite those ones or set it aside. They'll be saying a negative aspect of it. What the positive? The positive aspect of the importance of law is bigger than the negative aspect of it. Yes. Let's talk about legal system. Every country has its own method of legal system. But the most important aspect of legal system is to strive justice. Let justice prevail at the end. That is it. Okay, let's go to the maritime law. Maritime law tells us this is the sea, this is your land, this is your sea, this is your boundary. Do not exceed your boundary. It tells even the shippers, even people who are shippers, how to ship, how to do business in the water. Your rights in the water. It is law that does that. Who says it's not? It is law. treaties and other things, and your rights and your business and transaction you do within the water, within the ocean period, within that axis of oceans. It is law that does that. It is law. Who says it's not law? People will be criticizing me. Sometimes I think marvels me. I told them, yes, I'm not arguing that there is corruption or there is no corruption. There is, but it is not the way you guys are saying it. You guys are saying as if say there is zero discipline. No, it is not like that. It is not like that. It is not like that at all. Okay, let's come to law of intellectual property. Law of intellectual property. It is law that it is law that make this thing I'm saying now. That person will not go and say it as I'm saying it. It is law. That's what is called law of intellectual property or law of industrial property. It is law. So why are you criticizing the law like that? Law does that too. Law will tell you, do not do this or do that. It is law. That's the law of intellectual property. That's why sometimes it bothers me much. Okay, let's come to law of oil and gas law. Oil and gas law is law that tells us that this one belongs to this person, this one belongs to this person. For instance, in Nigeria, oil and gas law are being managed by federal government. People don't touch it. For development of the states. It is law that does that for us. So why are we criticizing the law? Why are we saying that law has done this, law has not done this, law the other one, law the other one? Let's go to international law. It is treaties in international law that protects us from us not violating the law of treaties. Some people sometimes they will say, come and say this land is their own. So it is not their own. Man are wicked by nature. Law restricts those wickedness. Law restricts those evil. That is the law. You even see some people will find something. Some other people will come and say they found there's something I found in law. Someone came and found another thing. A small boy for that matter. That is evil. That is evil. So people are evil by nature. So that's the reason why law exists to control. So it will not be like ocean or river or water where big fish. It is small one. There will be anarchy, lawlessness. People will behave anyhow. That is why. What's the name of this man? There's one man, JJJ. He celebrated. A man is born free, yet he is in chain. It means that you are born free. You are in chain. That chain is law. Law restricts you from certain things. He celebrated it too. This is a foreigner, yes. This in the Western world. He celebrated that a man is born free, yet he's in chain. JJJ. That's what he celebrated. Because he has seen how people behave upon their law. People are just still behaving somehow. He had to celebrate. People came and ate. It was a celebration. That man is born free, yet he's in chain. So this is what law are doing. There are a lot of other things that laws are doing, but what you should know herein is that law protects everything, both even animal. Go to animal law. Law protects animal. Law protects land. Law protects your properties. Law protects your life. Law protects your rights. Law protects your political rights. Law protects your civil rights. Law protects your human rights. Law protects a lot of things. It is law that law makes sure that there is justice in society. Law protects people from violating any of your rights, knowingly or unknowingly. That's what law does. So after listening to this my YouTube channel, you should know the importance of you should stop criticizing the law, saying the law has done this or law has done the other one, lawyers have done the other one. No, they are doing their work. I didn't see debate that there is some corruption. But what you should know that there is nothing that have advantage that doesn't have disadvantage. That is why even in 12 apostles there is Judas. Yes, there must always be, even in law. What makes up the law is what we call general rules and exception. There is no law without exception. Please show me one. There is no law without exception. Law is made of general rules and exception. So that is the reason why, even if there is advantage, there is disadvantage. Even if there is merit, there is dismerit. Thank you for listening to my YouTube channel. I still remain true on social support icon. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share. God bless you.